What's up guys, Aroneous here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In this video, of course, we've got the boosted summons event. It's going to be for Kymar, so 10 times for Kymar. I'm super excited for this. I don't have a Kymar on my free-to-play account, and I'm not going to be pulling shards on my free-to-play account. I really do want Kymar on my free-to-play, but I'm just not going to pull my shards for him. I'm going to save my shards on my free-to-play for my next fusion. So the next fusion that comes out, I'm hoping that the next fusion is the Ultimate Death Knight, but who knows? Who knows what we're going to get next? But anyways, I'm on my pay-to-win account. I've got 23 Ancient Shards right now, and I did end up purchasing that pack for the Tolarian Trials, I believe it was called. So it was the Summer Shard series, and it is a pack string, so I did end up purchasing that. And here's what we got. So we ended up getting 4 Voids, 1 Sacred, 6 Ancients, 10 Voids, 2 Sacreds, another 10 Voids, 500k Silver, 600k Silver, 20 more Ancients, another Sacred, and 15 more Ancients. And then of course another 400k Silver to be able to pull all of these shards. So the total price for the pack string for that was $165. We're going to find out, well, I'm definitely going to find out, was this even worth it? Who knows? Honestly, spending money on the game, is it really that worth it to begin with? I'll let you guys decide. For those special, wonderful, legendary champions, I'm not pulling any voids on this session. I do have 64 Ancients. On my last video, I did pull 141 Ancients on this account, so I should hopefully hit pity with these 64, but technically you could go all the way to 220 for your pity and Ancients before you start to really ramp up on getting a legendary. I think it's 220 and then you automatically pull one. Let me see. Ancients and Voids. After 200 summons without a legendary, the chance increases by plus 5%. So at 220, you automatically get a legendary champion when it comes to Void shards being pulled or Ancient shards. Alright, so we got 4 Sacreds, 64 Ancients. I'm pulling until legendary. Of course, I'm going to have to make some room afterwards, and then I'll come back. But here goes nothing. I really want that Kymar. I'm hoping for it. But who knows, more than likely the chances of getting that Kymar are slim to none, and I'm probably going to get something else, like a Tila Gourmain, or something probably stupid. Who knows? Alright, so we're already 4 shards in, and we're going to start 10 popping. 4 food champions, nothing good. And of course it is CVC right now, so it's a good way to get extra points is by pulling shards. I think that's the best way to get points in CVC is pulling shards and also Tag Team Arena, to be honest. Oh, legendary! Of course, so we got Roxam. I got a legendary. I got Roxam. I didn't get Kymar. This guy's really cool looking, by the way, the Lizard Man Faction Crypt dude. I think he has a decreased defense and decreased weaken on one of his skills. Let's take a quick peek. Attacks one enemy, 50% chance of filling this champion's turn meter by 10%. Also, a 50% chance of placing a perfect veil on him for 1 turn if the attack is critical, so that's kind of good against the Hydra boss. I don't know how many people use this guy in Hydra if you have him, but leave in the comments down below if you do utilize this guy in Hydra. On his A2, attacks one enemy, fills the champion's turn meter by 50%, has a 75% chance of placing a stun debuff on the target for 1 turn when attacking under a veil or perfect veil, 75% chance of placing a sleep debuff on the target when attacking without a veil or perfect veil, and then places a perfect veil on this champion for 2 turns after attacking without a veil or perfect veil. So that's kind of neat. Good CC on 1 enemy. I wish it was on 2 or more enemies, but it is what it is. On an A3, attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a decreased defense and a weaken debuff, decreases the cooldown of Jungle Ambush by 2 turns, which was this A2 ability. So maybe he hits really hard on the Jungle Ambush, I'm not quite sure. So while not under a veil or perfect veil, so he only does this decreased defense and decreased weaken if he's under a perfect veil. So you can't just use this ability right away unless somebody goes before him and places a veil or perfect veil on him. So that's kind of niche. I wish they just gave it to him where he could just place the decreased defense and weaken regardless of if they're under a veil or perfect veil. And then while not under veil or perfect veil, he only attacks 1 enemy with a skill 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense and weaken debuff on the target for 2 turns before attacking, so he does more damage. Places a perfect veil on this champion for 2 turns after attacking. So that's pretty good for the clan boss. Then he has an aura, or an ascended skill. Places a block debuffs and a 25% strengthen buff on this champion for 1 turn, and a 15% continuous heal for 2 turns whenever they receive a veil or perfect veil, which is also cool if you want to try to make him a stun target. But if he's the stun target, you know, that block debuffs, it doesn't make any sense because he can't be targeted by the clan boss if he puts a veil or perfect veil on himself. So that's kind of annoying. That makes him pretty hard to utilize in clan boss, to be honest with you. I'm not sure how many people utilize this guy in clan boss, but if you do, leave it down in the comments below. He also has a crit rate in Doom Tower by 28%. I wish they just made that all battles, but beggars can't be choosers. Alright, so I'm going to make some room and I'll be right back, and we'll pull the rest of these ancient shards. Alright, we're back. We've got 50 ancient shards left and then 4 sacred shards to pull. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pop 10 after 10 after 10. Okay, can we get another legendary? I doubt it, but we'll see. Come on. We've got ourselves a Fenchi, a Fija. Okay. They're not really that great of champions, to be honest. Fenchi's okay in Fire Knight. Fija is okay for early game progression. That's about it. Another epic. Clawed Beastfeeder, good champion for that faction, for the Orcs. Or the Ogren tribe, I mean. Legendary Apothecary, let's go. This is the guy that I utilized to beat the final 2 stages of this rotation of Doom Tower. Very, very useful champion for a rare. Super good champion. Another epics, Rearguard Sergeant, Gearhard the Stone. 4 epics in a row, not bad. Giscard Sigiled, Maeve. Maeve hits pretty hard. Rearguard Sergeant, good for clan boss for the ally protection. Very, very good for the faction for dwarves. Gearhard the Stone has that resistance on the aura. Also hits fairly hard. Alright, so we're out of ancients. We've got 4 sacreds. Can we get another legendary? And can it be Kymar? Epic. Okay, we've got Sashi running right in. She used to look different. Her stance was different. She used to look a lot better. That's all I can say. Going to the next one. Another epic. We've got Bushi. Still kind of not that great of a champion, to be honest with you. He does have the passive here, revives this champion with 30% HP, places an unkillable buff on him for 1 turn, but it's like he revives himself just to get killed again. Unless you have super high resistance on this guy, I just don't see a use for him other than early game arena for the 20% speed aura. This is probably the best ability next to he places an unkillable on himself after he revives after death. So not really the best champion, but he could be niche in certain situations. Another Magnar. Magnar is a very heavy hitting champion, super good HP based champion. One last shard to pull, and another epic, of course. So there you have it. What do you guys think? Do you think that I ended up wasting my money on this shard pull video for you guys? Leave it in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.